What's up, guys? I wanted to give you a quick spoiler-free reaction to X-Men Dark Phoenix. This is the only X-Men movie that I decided not to see in theaters because I was a little disappointed with them redoing the Dark Phoenix story, just like they did in number 3, the old number 3. And also, I'd heard some mediocre to bad things about it, so I didn't really care to see it. I just watched it, and I gotta say, it was okay. I'm a fan of the X-Men in the cartoons and the comics. Not so much a lot of the movies that they've done for the X-Men. This one was okay. It was fine. There was there was some fun action scenes. There was a lot of cool mutant powers. You know, they were able to use their powers in some good ways. Certain fight scenes were choreographed pretty cool. The CG effects were decent for the most part. There was even some practical effects that seemed like they were okay. The acting was mostly okay. I'm not a huge fan of whoever plays the Phoenix girl all that much. And I'm not really a fan of their casting of that Ty. His name's Ty something that plays Cyclops. I feel like that character should be more of a leader type, and he just kind of the whole time he just kind of seems like a child, and not like a leader of the X-Men team, which is what he should be. I love James McAvoy, and I feel so terrible that Michael Fassbender. I was about to forget his name. Michael Fassbender is really good. I like him as an actor, and I think they both did a pretty good job. And like a lot of the acting was pretty decent. There's a lot of stuff that didn't seem to make sense, character motivations and also strengths. The bad guys creatures were you couldn't really tell what their power was supposed to be or what the limit of their powers were, or like which ones were stronger than others. Their powers were very vague for sure, and they don't really define it ever in the movie. There's a lot of weird choices. It was pretty grim. Maybe grim's not the right word. It was pretty downtrodden. The movie felt a little downtrodden. A lot of sadness, a lot of sadness. Just a lot of depressing shit and sadness, and just characters that were friends, not friends now, but you don't know why, because some of the things they do is kind of contradicts the way they're what they said in a previous scene. But it did have a lot of good positive stuff. Like I said, I liked the effects. I liked that there was a lot of use of the powers. I actually now kind of understand why they did like the little lines on her face. You know, the shiny little veiny cracks in her face kind of thing. It actually reminds me of like the old comic version of Phoenix. She also had like weird lines on her face, and it kind of looks like that in certain scenes. There wasn't any mid-credits or post-credits scenes, because this is probably going to be the last one of these X-Men movies from Sony or whatever, Fox, whatever it is, Sony, I guess. They're about to be in the MCU, Marvel Universe somehow, possibly. But it was basically okay. It was on par with some of the other X-Men movies. I don't like that they were retreading the old X-Men Last Stand, Dark Phoenix stuff. Like, there's so many better ways to do it, and so many different storylines that you could have done, should have done, in my opinion. Like, for God's sakes, Phoenix is an actual good character from the comics and stuff. It's not all Dark Phoenix. And plus, at the end of the Apocalypse, spoilers for Apocalypse, the one that supposedly came before this, Jean Grey shows that Phoenix-type power at the end of that one, and then they act like that never happened, which is strange. I also hate it when these X-Men movies throw in characters that never existed or are so obscure they don't seem to belong. There's so many characters that are like real characters from the comics and stuff that they could use, but they'll throw in just a random thing that they possibly made up. And I'm pretty sure one of these was a made-up character, and he was kind of in the forefront, and he had like dreadlocks that he could use in a weird mutant power way, and it's like, ugh, just another generic. Like, why'd you even bring that guy in here? There's so many other characters you could use right there. I also hate that continuously hate that they have put the Mystique, Raven Simone, Jennifer Lawrence character as if in these movies as if she's supposed to be like a main character, a leader of the X-Men, that kind of thing. She may have been a little bit in some of the storylines, but she's not. Mystique was never a main focus, and they've made this like a lot of these movies all about Mystique's character. She was never that a main character and like a leader of the team kind of thing, as far as like main storylines go or whatever. Maybe there was a couple or whatever. I don't buy that Mystique being like a main focus of a lot of these stories. But anyway, basically it's a decent X-Men movie. It's not terrible. It's not horrible. It's not great. You can see certain similarities in certain moments where she was a little bit Captain Marvel, a little bit Scarlet Witch, and some of you may have heard they actually changed the ending of this movie because Captain Marvel had like a space fight scene, so they actually changed it to them on a train kind of thing. Anyway, that's my reaction. I thought it was okay. It's got some decent emotional moments. It's got some good special effects and some decent acting, and it's all right. It's fine. I mean, if you're an X-Men fan, you could probably give it a watch and just form your own opinion about it. So yeah. Anyway, that is how I feel about X-Men: Dark Phoenix.